Welcome back to Homeschooling Mama. Some of you may already know because you have watched my videos before, but for those of you who have not watched and who do not know, I have 5 children that I homeschool. I homeschool right now, elementary, middle school, high school, and college. We're going to get into that in a little bit. I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about trying to homeschool all the lower grades as well as college at the same time, but I'm going to mainly focus in on homeschooling college. So let's get into this, right? So I have 2 girls, 16 and 15. They are taking college courses at our local college. They're doing dual credit. If you want to know why we chose not to graduate them early, but to do dual credit, you can look at some of my other videos. We talk all about that. And if you want to know more about dual credit, you can look at some of my other videos where we talk about what dual credit is and all that good stuff, right? So I have 2 girls, 16 and 15. They're taking dual credit courses. They can take up to 5 courses every semester, but this being their first semester, we chose to allow them to take 2 classes each. We felt like that would be a good way for us to help them to get used to the college pace, the college environment, and to see how they do with it, how they progress in it, and are they ready to take classes, more than 2 classes, right? So in the fall, we'll decide, should we let them take 5, should we let them take 3, or maybe even if we should cut back and let them take 1. We would use this semester to help to get them used to the pace, used to the work, and to determine their readiness for the fall. So our daughters are taking 1 class together. They're taking federal government together, and then they have a class each that is separate. One is taking anthropology, one is taking microeconomics. We chose to take the classes online. You can look at our other video to see why we chose to take the classes online versus going to the college campus to take the classes. They have complete access to the campus. Everything on the campus they have access to. They have student IDs, but we chose to do their classes online at home. A lot of that is so that we can oversee, and a lot of that is so that we could protect them. Now, when we chose to allow our children to do the dual credit courses, we had settled within ourselves as parents that my husband and I we are committed to doing whatever it takes to make sure that they succeed, and to make sure that we're not just turning them over, because every college, every institution has its own theologies and ideologies, and every instructor within that institution have their own set of ideologies and theologies that usually come across in the classes, and oftentimes is a focal point of pushing that onto the students. So we didn't want our children to go to college and something other than what we have taught them to be impressed upon them and to influence them. We wanted to protect what we have taught them and the belief systems that we have. And our belief systems are based upon and built upon the Holy Bible, the Word of God. We believe wholeheartedly that Jesus Christ is Lord, and all of our beliefs come from there, stems from there, and so we wanted to protect that. So let's dive into this, right? So the first day of school, boom, we get hit right out the box with what is it? We got hit right out the box with evolution, right? Not based upon anything fact, just based upon a lot of presumption. Apes have fingers, we have fingers. Apes got hair, so man has hair, so therefore man must come from the ape, right? And we have evolved from all of that, and that totally goes against everything we believe. We believe the Word of God, and we believe in creation. And so I wanted to make sure we protect that, and that came at us the first day, and I had to sit down with my daughter and make sure to reinforce it, to show that there was no facts given in that, there was nothing given in that. And there was a lot of pressure in that video, because at the end of the video is, if you don't believe this, you're stupid. How could you believe anything else when we've given you facts, when in fact they didn't give any facts. So I had to protect that with my daughter. Now, you believe whatever you want to believe, teach your kids whatever you want to teach them. It's okay. I'm sharing with you so that you can understand some of the things that we've experienced, so that when it's your children's time, you can choose how you're going to handle it, how you're going to help your children as they get through. And so I had to go in and protect that. And that was just day one. And every day since then in anthropology has been a lot. I kind of understood that would happen. I kind of expected that to happen. So I have to sit down with my daughter. I have to go through everything with her on an everyday basis. Everything they're assigned to read, everything they're assigned to write about, to watch, or the discussions that they have between each other, because I have to put things in the right perspective so that she can see it. I need to show her why this is on point, why this is not. I want to protect my daughter, and I'm not going to allow her to just, be thrown in the lion's den as a kid with all these adults, because the people she's interacting with, every one of them are adults with families, and she is the only teenager that's still in high school, right? Only 16-year-old that's in that course. But it's not just anthropology. It's also with their federal government class. They're talking about a lot of the issues. They're talking about a lot of sensitive things. We're talking about racism. We're talking about sexism and equality. We're talking about abortion, drugs. There's a lot of things that is being discussed, and I need to make sure that my young, impressionable minds, right, are not being impressed upon the wrong way. So I am right there, you guys, involved every day in every aspect of what they are learning. But not only that, nothing gets turned in without me looking at it first. It's got to go through my grading process before it can go through their grading process. So we have to be ahead of the game, stepping them through how to interact with these grown-ups who are talking with them, how to do all of these things. And I tell you what, it's taking a lot. It's taking a lot. And their classes isn't, when they're online, it's not like Monday through Friday you get the weekend off. Saturday they have a lot that's due every single Saturday. Sunday they have a lot that's due every single Sunday. They have a lot that's due every single Wednesday. They have a lot that's due every single Friday. And those days in between, you got to get all that reading done, all that studying done, because you got a test on this day and you got a paper on that day. It's a lot of work. So it's not like they're getting weekends off, right? It's just a constant working, and it's taking a lot. And so we will decide from here, right? Our kids are doing good. Our kids are doing really good, but we'll decide from here if they'll take more classes in the fall or how that's going to work. But I got to tell you that it's requiring a lot of us as parents. And if you don't know, if you haven't seen any of my videos, there's a lot of health things that are being overcome, and a lot of things that we have to deal with health-wise throughout the week. So it takes a lot. It really takes a lot. And trying to balance that out with my younger children, they're doing really well, but it's not the easiest of things to balance homeschooling, college, and all the other grades for my younger children all at the same time. Because my children are taking only 2 courses, there are some things that I am still teaching them at home to give them a full day's worth of courses. And the things that they're learning are actually group learnings that we do. And because the classes have so much work, it's hard to balance out when to get them away from their college courses to come and do the group studies with our kids and keep everything flowing. So I haven't really got my groove in it yet. I'm still working on it. I'm trying to get there. When I figure it out, I'll probably share it with you. But it is going. We are doing well. Everybody is progressing. Everybody is learning. My younger kids are doing a great job. Right now it's just taking a lot. The school day is a lot longer than I would like it for it to be. The weekends are full of school for my older kids, which I really don't want it to be that way. So I haven't figured out my balance yet. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get my groove in this thing. But my girls are doing well in college. They are A students at this point. They're getting hundreds on everything, a couple times a 96, a 98, but maybe once or twice for each one. But that's it. They're really on top of everything. So I'm sharing all of this with you. Hopefully it'll help you, give you some insight on what it's like to homeschool college. I'm telling you the things that we do. You may choose not to be as involved. You may choose to go another route, but at least you have a little bit of insight that'll help you when it's your turn and your decision. And I may or may not give you guys another update before the end of the semester. I probably will, at least at the end, but we shall see. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a great homeschooling journey. Until next time, bye.